This is the oldest surviving complete ship in the entire world. And today we're going to be driving it down the Thames.
Robin is a steam vessel built for the coastal trade. She is the classic British coaster of the raised quarterdeck type, evolved from a design of the 1850s which endured virtually unchanged for a century.
It's the world's last remaining steam coaster, built in London 120 years ago.
This ship has been severely neglected, but it's now hoped that with these renovations, it could once again become a prime tourist attraction for London.
Today, she's being lovingly restored, thanks to a team of volunteers who are helping the London couple who bought her.
To the restoration of SS Robin, the oldest complete steamship in the world.
Husband and wife team have spent 10 years restoring the vessel to its former glory.
It's Friday, April 11th, 2003. We're in the hold of the Robin.
Here we are at the end of April 2004. We'll be opening in a month.
These steam vessels were a product of the Industrial Revolution. Powered by steam, fired by coal, these splendid, hard-working steam coasters disappeared, overtaken by new types propelled by diesel motors. But one remained, this one, Steamship Robin.
She's a coastal steamer, the type that used to carry goods and people around Britain's ports.
There she is, SS Robin. Right, the bridge is open. She's coming into the dock to go out into the Thames. Morning!
How are you, Max?
Very good, thanks. But this is its first voyage in a long time, I was thinking, isn't it?
It is, since 2011.
It's going back out on the Thames.
It is.
And it's going back to where it was born. This is the oldest surviving complete ship in the entire world. It's not moved for many years, but today I'm going to be driving it down the Thames. Well, I'm not going to be driving it. These guys are going to be driving it.
Probably about 4 to 5 knots on our way up.
Right, okay. With the tide?
With the tide, yeah.
Oh well, good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, here we are going on board. So here we are. So this is the pontoon. And this was built like 15 years ago or something, this bit, wasn't it? Yeah. So next up, we're heading upriver in the Thames. We're just in the lock here. Once the pressure is equalised, I think we're going down in the lock to the level of the Thames, and then we're heading out. I can see over there, Powerboat Professional. Is that Bill?
That's Bill, yeah. Galley.
Oh wow. So that's where they would be cooking away. Look at that.
Yeah, it's got a little range.
It's all still so original. Someone will be cooking some nice fried breakfast. It's into the engine room basically.
Yes, and the little beds, yes, maybe you can...
So is that the engine or the boiler?
No, this is the engine.
That's the engine.
Bed where they would sleep. Apparently you had to sleep.
Oh wow, so that's the boiler, that big round bit, and this is the engine, and both still original. Made in Dundee. So I'm in the engine room. Obviously this runs on steam, so it's the original boiler and engine. So presumably these are like the cylinders in there, and then the pistons coming down. Big giant crank thingy here, and that's the shaft there. I think that was replaced in the 50s or 60s. So this is the end of the boiler here, which is the size of a bus. Down there, I think you can see whether you would have shoveled the coal in to the boilers. It's a pretty big propeller. Some rusty bits. This needs, yeah, I mean it won't. The lock gates are opening. Right, we're off. Here we go. The voyage of SS Robin back to where she was born. Heading out into the Thames. There's Powerboat Professional. He's got a new boat. So here we are on board. Captain? Are you captain? This is an incredibly old ship. They started building it in 1889. It sailed in 1890 up to Dundee from London. That's Eric. He's now in charge of this vessel. So the Robin was built as a coaster. It was a cargo vessel. It was used for moving coal and iron and raw materials wherever it needs to get to around the UK. So it's not designed for open ocean, more for coastal waters. It spent most of its life in Spain until the 1970s, when it came back to the UK and was preserved, when it was realised that it was a very important vessel. These coastal cargo ships, coasters, were only really designed for a 10-year lifespan. So after 10 years of working around the UK, she was sold and she went to live in Spain, delivering raw materials around the Spanish coastline. In Spain, she had an interesting life, capsized and sunk once, refitted once. When she came back, she was restored. All the masts were remade in steel.
The Portuguese owner, he really loved the ship. So in many ways, lots of other examples of this ship would have been just trashed. Yeah. I think because he was attached to the romanticism of it, and he was an artist and a photographer himself. He cared for her.
Here we are on the Thames, chugging along. We've got two giant tugs, one at the front, one at the back. So the Robin's coming back to Trinity Buoy Wharf, which is only a few metres from the yard where she was built a very long time ago. Powerboat professional. It's a very smooth ride. The tugs are doing an excellent job. We're going to be travelling in reverse all the way. Along here you've got the engine room and then the galley in here and crew quarters, but it would have been probably pretty cramped living. But an exciting life on the open sea. Imagine it. Cruising around, chugging up and down the coastline. It's a riveted iron hull, handmade. So these are the iron rivets, each one hammered in. Unfortunately, when they did a survey about 15 years ago, they realised that the only way to keep the boat floating was to replace 80% of all the metalwork in the hull. So they realised the best option was to preserve the ship by putting it onto this giant pontoon. So the giant pontoon was built in Poland and sailed here. It's absolutely enormous. It's basically a whole giant space underneath the ship that keeps the ship out of the water and stops it from rusting, and obviously stops the ship from sinking. And down in the pontoon there's a huge space. Wow, so this is inside the pontoon. No, we're heading inside the hold. So in here it's absolutely massive. This goes on and on for miles. Look at it.
Dirty British coaster with a salt-caked smokestack butting up the channel in the mad March days, with a cargo of tying coal, road rail, pig lead, firewood, ironware and cheap tin trays.
Going past the sugar factory. So Tate and Lyle has probably been here almost as long as the SS Robin is old. So the Robin was made with a full rigged set of masts. Back in those days it seemed sensible to be able to sail as well. So it's also got sails. It's amazing to think how many hours this ship has spent at sea. There's now an access doorway in the side of the hull, so I don't think it would float very well anyway, and that means you can go in and have a look at the cargo hold. And in here they would have stored hundreds of tons worth of raw materials, goods, coal. During the First World War, the French used the SS Robin to move iron from Bilbao in Spain. She was escorted by 2 frigates on that journey to avoid being attacked by U-boats. So it's always been under the power of steam. Obviously now we've got 2 giant diesel engines pushing us with the tugs. So for a long time the SS Robin has been awaiting a new home, and finally it's going to be on display as part of a museum at Trinity Buoy Wharf, open to the public once again. Coming up towards the Thames barrier, very familiar. We're going to be going through the Thames barrier. Under the Emirates airline, which is the cable car. So this is the bridge. It's completely open, and this is all the mechanism for controlling the gear. So these chains presumably pull the rudder, and on here would go the ship's wheel. Stand here looking out. So this is the chain locker at the front, where they probably would have had cabins, bunks, maybe a little loo. Going into the captain's cabin. So this is where the captain would have hung out. It's got some good tiling. Captain's bunk. Very comfy. So the captain would have slept in here, looked at the charts on his chart table here, worked out where he's going.
Yeah, he's got to come round, get into it, see how strong he might be.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, we've arrived at Trinity Buoy Wharf. So they're going to try and park it between these 2 new piles.
You've got 100 millimetres of space to get into.
Right, so it's precision parking required for this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Only 4 inches.
Wow. Nearly. Here. Oh. Yay! The last bit, precision manoeuvring here. This is where you earn your money being a tug driver. There's the light ship, obviously no longer full of foam. Right, we're nearly alongside this one, and we've got to go in here. It's incredible how strong these tugs are. They can just shove this thing wherever they want. This has got to line up here. So these 2 bits of rubber hold it onto this post, and then this bit's going to be bolted on around this side. So this whole thing will allow it to go up and down with the tide.
No, you're getting strapped in.
That's it, all over.
All over.
It's all over by the shouting. Cup of tea and a sandwich.
So here she is, back where she was born, 134 years ago. So in 1890, the SS Robin was launched just around there.
conservation or restoration. So this is about conservation, preserve what's there, let's not pretend. You know, there's a delicate balance to be
But a lot of that
met.
steel is a lot of that iron.
A huge amount of the ship is 1890s, yes, built by men and boys. So boys, tiny boys would be inside and the men outside. It was called hot riveting, I think. You know, they were literally banging from one side to the other. And of course the men and boys who worked together formed a football team, which exists to this day, known as the Hammers, and that's why it's called the Hammers, because it was a football team that was started by men and boys working on hammering the ships in this area. I mean, I think you can see West Ham football stadium
Right, and so the Hammers is West Ham, yeah.
The Hammers is West Ham.
I remember there used to be a building here, didn't there? Is that right? Is that where it was? That was the ironworks on that side.
Yeah, so
now
the little hammers that are part of the West Ham United football team's emblem. Amazing to think they had the energy to play football after building these things.
There is something very romantic about an old steamship, and so many of these have been lost for scrap as the rust sets in. Right, there go the tugs. So here it is, parked up, the new home of the SS Robin. It's a real bit of floating history. Right, there's the packers going in. Back on dry land. It's in its new home.
SS Robin probably has one of the last in situ triple expansion engines left for a cargo carrying steamship. So a triple expansion engine just uses steam 3 times. You put a small amount of steam into a small diameter high pressure cylinder. The steam is expanded to push the piston once up or down, and that then exhausts into a second intermediate cylinder, and then it does it the same again into a third low pressure cylinder.
Do you reckon you could get it going?
Absolutely.
Do you reckon you could?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
You can always get a steam engine running, and it's in pretty good order really.
Right.
Just needs a bit of love and TLC and polish up.
That was fun.
Got through the barrier then?
Yeah.
Looked absolutely enormous, actually. Good way to appreciate the scale.
They've been busy. They've built a brand new gangway so they can get on and off. Some time has passed and the SS Robin is on the mooring here, getting ready to be open to the public. There's a lot of work's been happening inside. Thought it'd be a good idea to have a look in the hold now there's some lights on. So this is where all of the grain, all of the coal would have gone. Here's the mast. It's pretty big. So it's 150 square metres. It's a pretty cool ladder. In through these big hatches they would have poured in all of the goods. It's definitely got some rust. You can see why it's not floating anymore. Rust issues. So this is now a giant restoration project. Steve is working very hard, putting down a lot of floorboards. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, it's absolutely enormous. It's like 700 people seated or something in here.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. It's big. This is a big job.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of work going on down here on the pontoon, making it all usable. There's now a brand new workshop in here. Okay, so this will be the workshop for actually restoring upstairs.
Yeah.
So you're going to reinstate all of this, basically.
Yeah, that's
so this is going to be years and years. The stove's still in there, isn't it? I saw it.
The stove's still in there, although the floor is now pretty much completely gone.
So here's the kitchen. You can actually see it much better now. What's that? What would have been in there? Very slowly, the old bits are all going to be restored back to their sort of working condition. But soon, this is going to be open to the public. It's already looking very different. Some months have passed, I'm back on board. There's a lot of grinding and metal work happening. Some bits are looking a lot less rusty. Some bits looking more rusty. The kitchen, it turns out, was one very rusty place. And there's a lovely coat of varnish on the cabin door.
he's got any spares, there'll be in his little toolbox on his desk.
This section of it is by far the worst.
Right, okay.
You get up to the front, we've made some pretty easy progress up there really, it's just a bit of surface rust.
Right, okay. So there's some structural rust down here, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the best work site ever, isn't it?
Oh, I've taken some fantastic photographs of the sun coming up, sun setting. Yeah, it's a lovely place to be.
Kitchen is out. Looks like the chimney. Probably the original kitchen. The oven. Maybe you'd like the fire in here. Really, a steam one, so it runs off the steam power from the boiler?
All four of them do. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no wiring or anything that could, because there was no electricity, there were no diesel engines that you could just take a generator output from.
So that's why these old ships have all these pipes. I never really realised. Also, it's so like that must be a lot of air going down that. You know, it's not like a small pipe.
No, so it would have been quite a large throughput of steam, lower pressure, but just a lot more steam.
So that's it going now. Woo!
How would it be going?
Yeah.
I don't think it will go all the way to the wheelhouse. This side.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
The white coat is the top coat. It's a bit too white in my opinion. I think they'll need to put another one.
Brilliant white. Yeah.
When the wrought iron rusts, the rust gets in between the layers, and if you haven't removed each layer of rust, is going to be an issue down the line. Which is why it takes age, and it's why you can hear a bunch of tapping.
Yeah.
Because you're not just chipping off paint, you're chipping off layers of rust.
Pontoon floor is done. It's looking very big and spacious.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, at the moment the work's not particularly varied.
Right, it's
so
just
everybody does know what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing.
Grinding and painting.
Grind it, paint it.
Yeah. That is very satisfying. And how many more years do you think you'll be doing this?
Well, there's always going to be something, and I think it's once we've got it up to a standard, then it's going to go back and actually do bits of restoration work.
Right.
Do some of the nicer work. We'll start building cabins inside. Conservation at the moment, we're just trying to stop it getting any worse.
I wonder how much of this is like the original metal, do you think? Most
Loads
of it?
of it.
Yeah.
Loads. See a rivet, anything that's holding in place will be original. Where you can see a weld, that will be a repair.
Yeah. And it's mostly rivets when you look around.
It's mostly rivets,
yeah.
Really got to think really carefully about
is it worth cutting it out or not? Yeah, because if the whole point about it being on the pontoon is that you didn't want to replace the whole hull.
Exactly.
So you've got to try and keep as much of the old metal, no matter how thin it is. So this is new steel.
Yes. Yeah, 5mm.
Right, and that's filling out this giant hole here. Underneath the kitchen. Oh, I see. So the kitchen's completely rotten.
Yeah, completely rotten.
I mean, it's just so amazingly rusty. Like the bottom of the kitchen unit over there has just disappeared to nothing.
Yeah, and you can see these beams aren't even attached to that end of the boat.
Right, okay.
So they need to come off completely.
But this is like the rustiest bit, pretty much, isn't it?
This is the worst part of the boat.
Right.
And it's because they put this nice tiled ceramic floor in here. With a very, very holy ceiling. I mean, it's very holy ceiling. But there's a bit of iron here that I can sort of stand on, which I trust somewhat.
Right, and that's the boiler down there, yeah.
Yeah, you can see inside it there. Yeah, a little bit.
Steam pipes.
Yes, yes. So surrounding the pipes is water.
Right.
And the hot air goes through the pipes.
Yeah, okay.
If you think about the coils in a kettle,
yeah,
the more surface area in contact with the water, the quicker you can boil it.
Right. The roof is the kitchen.
Yeah. And as you can see, it's very porous.
There's not much left of it. And this was the water tank for the kitchen.
Yeah, one of them. In the past, people weren't able to get underneath the tank, and there was just a lot of water sitting underneath it.
Not much left there, though, is there?
Yeah. Days of like chipping, grinding.
You good?
Let's see if it fits again.
It looks good from here. So the tide's out. I'm down on the beach here. You can see the remains of all the old slipways here. Now obviously there's a giant residential development. This is the old floating lock gate which they would have used to get boats into the dry dock. I'm just around the back of Orchard House Yard. But you can see where the posts, some sort of wooden slipway structure. But the SS Robin was launched on the other side, on the River Lee. So this is it, the River Lee and Bow Creek and the site of Orchard House Yard, where back in 1889 the SS Robin was built and launched here into the River Lee. Obviously now this is a very smart residential area. Once upon a time, back in 1889, this would have been a hive of shipping activity and children banging rivets. It was built here and launched down here. Still a few old remains of barges down there, but they look a little more modern. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Steady. Okay, further up. There's going to be some good blacksmithing action now, isn't there?
Good.
Just getting some action shots. It's looking really good. As I was walking down, I was like, wow, everywhere you look now, you can see a nice little clean metal.
Yeah, so there's a few more kind of major bits of repair.
Right. This looks very different to when I last saw you here. Yes. I mean, it's such a big space. It just goes on and on. The museum is taking shape. It is. We're back at the SS Robin. Some time has passed and it's open to the public. So there are tours going around. So look, we're open to the public.
I know, we're going to rain on you.
Over a year later, since it arrived, it's now open to the public. Come with me. The tour is underway. The Robin is looking gleaming. Look at the paintwork. Look at this. Someone's given this a paint job. Look at it. It's feeling very smooth. Right, they've opened up the cargo hold now. It's whopping in here. So I think there was, well, it was dark before.
So this, we're trying to plan this to try and open up hectares to fill areas.
Launched just around the corner here on the River Lee, based in the UK. And it would transport things like pit props to Wales, coal from Wales back to the UK, iron ore, some grain.
It's like camping. Oh, it's rainy.
Very quickly built these. They were cheap and cheerful.
Yeah.
They were designed for coasting work.
Yeah.
So the accommodation isn't particularly lavish, you know.
Yeah. So you'd be in port quite a lot of the time. Yeah.
The derrick here, which is this big boom, would be hoisted about 45 degrees, positioned over the hold. If we're lifting stuff out, you'd lift the cargo up on the big winch there, and then you'd swing the derrick out over the side to the dock, where you'd lower it.
So that's how you get your stuff in and out.
That's how you load and unload it.
Yeah.
If you were in a bigger port, it might be they have a crane on the port, in which case you just push this out of the way. About 270 tons of cargo.
Right.
It's great. I mean, it's rare, and this country has got a fantastic maritime heritage, which we don't exploit enough.
So the restoration is not done yet.
It's the ship.
Yeah.
And therefore, not done is the normal position.
Mode.
Hanging off the side, chipping away at the rust, it's a continuous process.
Yeah. There's a lot less rust now though, isn't there?
Oh, that's because we've had 4 men chipping away for a year and 2 months.
Wow.
There's work to do in the captain/master's cabin, and to recreate the crew quarters.
There we have it. Goodbye SS Robin. Maybe I'll come back and see the progress. Maybe when I come back next time they'll have a radar and some Raymarine gadgets. It's now open to the public. Paintwork's looking very good. I think like the Forth Bridge, this is going to be continually repainted, fixed up. But it's a lovely thing, and you know, if you want to come and see it, come aboard. It's kind of open for tours. What better way to end this? From the bunk in the captain's cabin. It may be lacking a mattress, but it feels pretty special.